let's start with the AFC South. The AFC South objectively feels like the worst division. So kind of just going in order for me real quick is the AFC South is just a bunch of – I know why all of these teams could be good, and I could also see all of these teams – like I also see why all these teams could be bad, right? Like Houston, to me, their defense is crazy. But CJ's got to figure it out. Like CJ can't be this bad 2 years in a row because no matter how good your defense is, and I'm going to reference Denver a good amount. Like I watched Denver even post the Super Bowl, still put up like top 5 defenses, but niggas threw Trevor Siemian out there at quarterback, and so it got ugly real quick. And so, and not saying CJ Stroud is Trevor Siemian, but last year he was not that far off. So I think Houston absolutely has a great defense, but offensively, you got to figure it out. I like Nico Collins. I like Tank Dell. I hope he can stay healthy. But CJ's got to figure it out when it comes to them. The Colts, high-key, the Colts have more good players than I probably give them credit for.
Well, it's weird. It's weird though. Too. Not even weird, but like the South had a better record, like finished with more wins than the North.
Yeah, no, it was like they're not terrible teams besides the Titans, who I just look, man. I picked the Titans last year. It wasn't a good pick. It is what it is. We move on. I almost picked them again this year. I realized real quick after looking at the schedule, okay, it's gonna be a terrible pick again. We move on. But the Colts have like Quentin Nelson is still one of the best guards in football. Sauce Gardner is one of the – he's coming off a rough stretch, but he is still theoretically one of the best corners in football. Do I love giving Alec Pierce $100 million because he caught 60 passes? I'm not crazy about it, but he did have over 1,000 yards. He is a good deep threat.
I actually like Alec Pierce. I don't know if I would have gave him that money. I mean, what, he's been in the league 4 years, and this is his first year actually producing. But I mean, granted, like, because one thing that I was saying, and the reason I kind of paid attention, so I didn't watch Colts games, but his rookie year and his second year, I had Alec Pierce in my fantasy. So that's kind of like the only reason I can really know some of his stats. Like, he showed flashes, like, over the years, but also they did have really poor quarterback play.
And that's the thing is it's like when you go down the list of like, okay, who's got a quarterback coming off of injury? And it's like, where does Daniel Jones fit in that, right? So, like, Mahomes is at the top of the list, right? He's coming off injury. No one's ever going to confuse Daniel Jones with Mahomes. Like, that's
Shut up,
just
nigga.
not a conversation.
Where we at?
He definitely and, I mean, I don't think he showed us that he could be good, consistent enough for us to have faith in that nigga coming off injury either. Like, I mean, this was your first decent season for real.
Daniel Jones has played about 10 good football games in the NFL.
Hey, Tony, just so you know, I know you kind of late getting in here and all that, but Justin said you probably should be calling him sir from now on. Just because he your elder type shit. So I told him I don't know how my nigga gonna receive that, but I'll tell him.
Sir is crazy.
Hey, we got this shit. This shit is on camera. We got this shit recorded. I'm gonna plead my innocence. I'm gonna plead my defense later. But like Daniel Jones, even the year the Giants made the playoffs, this nigga had 15 touchdowns. So I'm like, Daniel Jones. Yes, did they get off to a great? What the Colts were 8-2 or even 8-1 maybe? Like they got off to a crazy start last year. I think Shane Steichen's a really good head coach. Again, they have more good high end players than even I thought before going into this. But it's still Daniel Jones coming off an injury. I don't like them as much as as good as their offense was last year. I don't like their offense as much as I like the Texans' defense. The Jaguars are the wild card to me because it's like they are in this group of like, hey, you were really good last year. What are you going to be in the follow-up, right? And so, and I give them the credit. I doubted the Jaguars all last year. Never really had them on my power rankings. And then they walked into Denver in week 14 or 15 and just whooped Denver's ass. And so I'm like, all right, that's my karma. Like, just that's how it was. Trevor Lawrence played great. They won that game. So, but again, they lost Travis. They lost Devin Lloyd. And I'm blanking on one more. I feel like, God, they didn't re-sign. Like, they lost one more starter. I'll figure it out here in a second. But so it's can you repeat that? And Trevor Lawrence again. Yeah, well, it said Travis.
Okay.
Yeah, Travis, Devin Lloyd.
I was thinking about losing Travis Hunter to injury.
That's the other thing too. Is like, what is Travis Hunter going to be in year 2? And because he's starting the year
corner primarily. No, he's fine.
Okay. So it's like, are you a repeat of this? And Trevor Lawrence has been in the league now. He's got 6 years, and if we want to throw out the Urban Meyer shit, you got 2 top 7 MVP finishes. You also got a bunch of crap mixed in the middle. So it's like, who is Trevor Lawrence? Can you put together back-to-back high-end quality seasons? Because you're going to need it, especially because you've already been paid like one of those guys. Like Trevor's contract is $55 million a year, so it's you are the reason this team's got to be good. And the Titans, look, man, I gave up my Titan drugs. I put them down. I still like Cam Ward. He hasn't had a great preseason. I know it don't look great, but like Titans, I'll side eye y'all. You know, like we'll talk in 4 weeks. If y'all got a winning record, you know, I'll say I've been here since the beginning.
No. That's not it.
I've been here the whole time. We'll see when the team draft comes up if I use my 10th pick on them. Early thoughts on the we're just on the AFC South right now, Tony. So,
okay.
Early thoughts for the AFC South.
Houston is winning it. The Titans and Colts won't be that good, and I don't know what to make of Jacksonville, but I'm leaning in a certain direction that I'll get to.
Okay, I'll ask real quick just because, again, I'm not super high on the Colts. I'm not trying to come off as the Colts guy. You still got Quentin Nelson. You still got Jonathan Taylor. You still got Sauce Gardner. Like, your O-line as a whole is, like, in the top half of the league. Like, you don't have an awful offensive line. You got Alec Pierce. Like, why, I guess, are you not sold on the Colts? Or why do you think the Colts are going to be bad?
Alec Pierce is hurt, and they aren't saying what it is. Daniel Jones is literally coming off of an Achilles injury when his whole thing is his mobility, which is how he works. Like, he literally works because he can move. The defense improved, but it's still not necessarily great. A full season of Sauce is good for the secondary. Still got Charvarius Ward, AJ Halsey out of LSU. I liked a lot. The offensive line is still going to be good, and obviously Jonathan Taylor has no reason not to be good still. But if I don't love the receiving room outside of Tyler Warren, like they're going to be dependent on Keenan Allen to get a lot of snaps at 37. I just can't. I can't get with that. And like I said, if Daniel Jones was coming into this season healthy, I could get with that, because maybe they don't make the playoffs if he doesn't get hurt, but they are probably still in the playoff race to the very end if he doesn't get hurt. And
yeah, agreed.
I just can't get with the mobile quarterback coming off a torn Achilles and the receiving room being as lacking as it is. I can't get with it. Like, if the defense is at best average, that's a good place to be. But if the offense is going to be below average, which I think it can be, it has the possibility of being, that's tough.
No, that's fair. Again, I'm more so asking because I'm like, I couldn't tell if I was just hating on the Colts. And I'm like, I'm not a super huge believer in it, but I'm trying to be fair because there's going to be arguments, I think, and I think Denver's better than the Colts. I think there's arguments that I'm going to make for Denver that I think also apply to the Colts, and I'm just like, all right, let me try to be fair here. But, Will, what you think AFC South early thoughts?
I got the Texans winning it. I'm interested to see what C.J. Stroud, how C.J. looks this year. I think it'll probably be. I think he's gonna have a pretty good year. Like, it would be crazy for him to not have a good year. What is this? His contract year, right? Well,
yep.
They picked up his 5th-year option already, so. Yeah, I mean, I got the Texans finishing first. Clearly, I got Jacksonville after them, the Colts, and the Titans will be at the bottom. I think the Colts are just okay. I think they'll probably finish maybe somewhere around the same place they did last year as far as wins. I mean, I think they were 8 and 9. I'm looking at now, so maybe they'll be somewhere around the same. Maybe they'll be somewhere around that same place.
Did they win a game after Daniel Jones went out?
No, they were like 8 and 2 or something. They were like 8 and 2.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and
they were the 1
9
seed,
and 8, right? I mean
8 and 9.
Yeah, they were the 1 seed the whole first half of the season, and it was like
they were the 1 seed. He was in MVP talks.
That was crazy.
He was.
Look, man.
He was hooping up.
I can't say nothing. They won off a dumbass field goal penalty.
And it's just tough. Like, I mean, for the reasons Tony named, as far as Daniel Jones and his mobility coming back from an Achilles injury, but also, like, even not coming off, we don't know that you were going to repeat that. Like, we haven't seen you be good consistently.
No, that's 1,000%.
We haven't seen you be good consistently enough to just think that you were going to repeat what you were doing last year.
I think David Montgomery is going to bring a lot to Houston.
I think so too. Their run game was ass last year.
For years, arguably.
Well, yeah.
Now they got.
Who was the last? Who was it? Who did they have since Arian Foster that I may be not thinking about?
Joe Mixon was okay for him.
Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon was good. Joe Mixon was good. Let me not.
Joe Mixon was okay for him.
I'll fuck with Mixon.
Let me.
I think was that not last season, but the season before. Was that the season when Nick Chubb kind of had like a little burst or something when he first came back? Was that when he first got over there or something like that?
No, because I think Nick Chubb's first year for them was last year. Because he played on that.
Because I feel like he had a couple of good games. Yeah, I feel like he had a couple of good games.
During that, he came back during Jameis's Browns run. Yeah, Mixon went 10, 16, and 11 touchdowns for him in 2024. Didn't play last year. So, yeah, Mixon was solid. But they haven't had, like, a great back maybe since Arian left that I can think of.
Right now, I'm like, these are all the niggas who have ran for 1,000 yards in Texans history. Now, not trying to clip this, Texans ain't been around that long. I think they're still the newest franchise in football.
Very funny.
So it's Joe Mixon, Carlos Hyde, Lamar Miller, Steve Slayton, Dominic Williams, and Arian Foster. Those are the only niggas that ever run for 1,000 yards. So it's not a long list of, like, you not cranking out, like, high-end running backs. So who's the best quarterback in this division?
It's Trevor, but it's Trevor, but it should be CJ. I'm not gonna say should. That's like entitled him to that, but it could be CJ.
I mean, what you got? You got 3 quarterbacks who are all picked top 2. 2 of them number 1, right? Cam Ward and Trevor Lawrence number 1. CJ Stroud number 2.
Hell yeah.